Here we have the bird's nest fern. There are lots of different varieties of the bird's nest fern. They have ones that are more curly, a little bit more crispy wave. I think I have one actually like right here. So they have this version, and they have this version, and then there are a couple other versions as well. But luckily they all take the same care, so we're just gonna do this one, and it's going to cover all of the bird's nest ferns that we sell here. So this character is going to do best in very bright light, okay? So you don't have to put it right up in a windowsill. You can back it off a little bit because they are actually tolerant to medium and longer, like extended periods of lower light. But if you really want it to grow a lot, like this one is, if you want to have vigorous growth, make sure you're giving it bright light. I just place it within a couple feet of a window that faces east, west, or south, and it has a really nice view of the sky, and that's really how you're gonna get the most growth out of them. For watering, what I do is I come by and I touch the topsoil, and if it's dry, I give it a really thorough soak. I typically check about once or twice a week. If the topsoil, if I can still feel moisture, I let it go for a few more days. I'll check back, and if it's when it does dry out, that's when I give it a really thorough soak. Make sure that you don't get any water down here in the nest, so to speak. You don't want to drown the new little birdies, right? Doesn't look like new little birds coming out of there. But yeah, you just want to water the soil. Make sure you're not getting it in the crown at all. If you do get it in there, do your best to, kind of shake it out, get the water out, use a cotton swab to sort of soak it up. But yeah, that's gonna be watering for these characters. For fertilizing, they aren't huge feeders, but they will appreciate it during the spring and summer months if you want to give them a general purpose kind of a fertilizer, just one, starting off with a dose early in the springtime. That will really kickstart a lot of good growth for the season. You can use granular fertilizer, or you can use liquid soluble fertilizer, just as long as it's a balanced thing, a balanced fertilizer, directed or used as directed on the packaging, and that's how you're going to get the most out of your plant here. If you want to repot them, they don't really have much special soil recommendations. I use 3 parts houseplant soil, so they want to retain quite a bit of moisture, but then I mix that in with 1 part cactus mix or perlite or pumice stone, sand, something that's going to help it drain quite a bit. So you have 3 parts moisture retentive, 1 part sharp draining, okay? Mix those all up, and that's how you're going to repot these guys. Make sure to just go up 1 pot size per year, or whenever you're going to repot it. I like to wait for roots to be coming out of the bottom to be able to repot this. You can see some are coiling up down here, so this wouldn't be a bad time to repot the plant. But that's going to do it for the care instructions for the bird's nest ferns. If you have any questions about these characters, let me know in the comment section below, or you can reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram at Tanner the Planner.